There is one car brand out there that I have never seen grow so much over the past year since they were first introduced into the UK. You want to know who that is? That is Jaecoo, and of course Jaecoo and a motor, but I'm focusing on Jaecoo here. This car is their latest introduction to the UK, and it's called the Jaecoo 8, and this is their flagship model now available in the UK. And seeing as Jaecoo have been selling so many models over the past year or so, I mean, look at where they are in the charts over the past couple of months in the SMMT figures for the UK, I kind of had to check it out. So in this video today, I'm doing a quick walk around and we'll get out for a quick drive as well. So yeah, the first thing you notice with this car is how big this grille is. It is huge, and you'll see this is quite a common trend as we look through this car. So this is sort of reminding me, I don't know if you guys remember when BMW had all their kidney grills and they were just getting larger and larger and larger, and you've all seen meme. To be fair, I think it does actually suit this car quite well because it definitely does give it a very premium and upmarket presence. Very much like what I guess they're very similar shapes to like Range Rover, and Range Rovers aren't really something I've ever covered on my channel. Let me know if you'd like me to cover it in the future, guys. But as you see here, very sleek headlights, very large grille, even the kind of power domes up here, broad shoulders, straight lines going down there. It's very, very boxy, but also you can sort of see with the proportions with the rear doors of how much space there might be on the inside. And I've seen the stats. It's quite impressive. Now, as I said, I get a very, very short time with this car today, so it isn't like a full review. This is more like a first impressions drive. But one thing I want to touch on was the price, because for all of this, it's £45,000 in the UK. Well, 45,500 to be precise. The one I have here is a slightly higher trim. When I say trim, they actually only have 2 trim levels. A bit like a lot of car manufacturers I've seen and covered on my channel over the past couple of years or so. A lot of car brands are doing this where they make it very, very easy to configure one, and Jaecoo are no different, because configuring one last night on the configurator took the best part of 30 seconds. Super refreshing, super easy. So basically there's the executive one and the luxury one. I have the luxury one here, so instead of the 7-seater, it's a 6-seater, but the seats in the back are uber luxurious. Now, I would describe the rear as very much a bit like a Range Rover, which I think is kind of what Jaecoo have been like aiming their sort of design language for. Certainly with the dimensions, it's about 4,820 millimeters, 1930 for the width without the mirrors, and 1710. But yeah, light bar going across here with Jaecoo written in the middle there. I said I'll quickly show you the boot and then we'll take a quick gander at these rear seats, and then we'll get this out on the road as like a first impressions quick drive. But you know, one thing that's really, really interesting as well is that, you know, my Mercedes-Benz that I sold a few months ago, and funny enough, where I bought that car from Sandown Mercedes, they now sell Jaecoo and a Moda in their showroom. They basically cut the showroom in half, put Mercedes-Benz on one side, and then they have Jaecoo and a Moda on the other. So, I don't know, maybe I should test drive and review some Jaecoo and a Moda cars. We'll see how this one goes then, shall we? But boot capacity 738 litres, and if you fold the seats down, basically it got up to about 2,000 litres, which again, that's pretty cool. I always like to make a comparison to, I reference this when I check out reviews and first impressions and first impression drives of cars. 2,000 litres is basically what the Tesla Model Y does, and that was one of the best selling cars in the world. I actually don't know, how many they sell now, but still, very good practicality. But yeah, over 2,000 litres in this when you fold the seats down. Pretty good. I'm curious to check out these very premium, luxurious seats, because apparently they're called captain's chairs. So yes, as I mentioned, this is the executive trim, so it has the only the 2 seats as opposed to the actual row of seats. But it was very comfortable when I sat in it a minute ago, and blinds. Normally you'll find those on cars which are north of, I'd probably say like even 55 or 60,000 pounds. But yeah, nice. These seats are also all electric as well, and that was actually as far back as it goes, so that's about here. Interesting that the floor is basically flat, but this bit is raised here, but this is actually what you're sat on, so I'm not sure what the 7-seat version would be like. But yeah, legroom's great. Headroom's good as well. This does slope down a little bit here, but it seems quite good. And the thing is, the style of this car does have that sort of like commanding presence of like a higher end Range Rover or something. So I don't know, you guys have to let me know your thoughts down below. If you picked up, I don't know, some airport transportation, should we say, would you mind being picked up in a Jaecoo 8? I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Now guys, first time sitting up front in the Jaecoo 8, and well, I think let's do everyone's favourite thing and checking out the build quality, because we have yet to take this out on the road. I was just filming all these bits first, but I mean, feels pretty premium. And this is the thing, for those of you who have seen, I reviewed the Geely Star A hybrid, which you would have seen by now on my YouTube channel, and what's really interesting is the price point of some of these cars, and yet the materials used are pretty good. I mean, look, it's like you're not feeling any flex, no plastic creaking or anything, and they've got like, I appreciate some of it's man-made leather, but it's not like that hard scratchy plastic, so it just feels quite premium, which should, I guess, translate to it feeling quite solid. But again, we'll try that out in a second. But yeah, squidgy materials here, leather there, even the front there. It's just nice, and the seats are very supportive actually. They do feel quite nice premium feeling. It just feels quite solid. At first impressions, I will say there's a bit of high gloss black here and here, which isn't always the best because this will leave fingerprints. In fact, there are some fingerprints on here already, and certainly on the steering wheel as well. These definitely do have high gloss black on there, but hey, every car brand and manufacturer does it these days, so I guess it's just something we have to get used to. But the thing is, as this is a first impressions, quick look and first drive of the car, let's get this out on the road and talk about, well, some of the performance and technical stats, and also how it drives. Now guys, you probably noticed that I'm driving a slightly different car, and this is for two reasons. Number one, we get to see this coloured interior, so it's always nice just to see a slightly different colour in person. But then also, number two, I get to see the extra seat in the back. So we'll find somewhere to stop in a minute and have a quick look at that. As I said, I would love to do a full review of this car, but that will be hopefully in the future. Ah yes, traffic. Welcome to the UK. Well, while we're waiting, let's go through some tech specs about this engine. So in case you're curious with the name, SHS is called Super Hybrid System, and this is Jaecoo's 1.5 litre engine. And interestingly, this can, and in most scenarios, most driving scenarios, acts like a generator. So your experience, funnily enough, this has actually been on a couple of reviews I've done recently on some Chinese cars. Your experience feels like you're driving an electric car the entire time, because you all know the power of what this car has. 428 PS. That's incredible. And the 0 to 60 as well, 5.8 seconds. That's incredible. Oh, everything's going on in front of me here. Oh, that's close to the focus. Yeah, the focus has moved. He's like, what are you doing? Now, interestingly, what Jaecoo put on their website is they actually show the hybrid system, so with the actual engine, the fuel and the battery, up to 700 miles. Now, if we take into context, most petrol engines will do about, I don't know, if it's a high performance one, maybe 350, maybe 400. I think the most I've ever got from just a standard run-of-the-mill 1.4, 1.6 litre, maybe 2 litre, is maybe 400-500 miles. But this does 700 miles with a full tank of fuel and a fully charged battery, which is pretty good. And if you're going to run on electric the entire time, it's over 80 miles. Again, for this price point of car, most competitors, we're talking Volvo and stuff like that, are going to be in the 60s, maybe 40s or 50s, if that. But I don't think any of them hit 80 miles. This is achieved because this being a plug-in hybrid, again, plug-in hybrid, 7-seater, there aren't many of those. This has a 34.4 kilowatt hour battery. What I've noticed is that combination, it's a 7-seater. Normally a plug-in hybrid battery goes in the back near the fuel tank. The battery for this is like right under here, a bit like an electric car. So it's a very interesting concept and design that they've managed to kind of put this together, because now people who are in the market for a 7-seater can now get a plug-in hybrid and make the running costs that much cheaper. That's pretty good. But yeah, what's interesting with Jaecoo as a brand is that they've got all of this standard equipment. This is a standard specification car. now, apart from the colour of the interior. So if it was black, then it would be standard. But all the gadgets you see, from the head-up display to the 360-degree camera to the widescreen cockpit you see here, the 7-seater, it's all standard equipment. It's brilliant. This is what I said in a couple of reviews ago in the Geely review. Western automakers need to be really, really careful, because you get all of this for a fraction of the price. And let's be real, £45,000 for a car is up there, but for all this, if you were going to spec out a car that's Mercedes, Audi, BMW, my goodness, it would be £20,000-30,000 more easily. In terms of how this feels driving, it's actually, I think it's firmer than I was expecting. I was expecting this car to be quite floaty based on a couple of cars I've reviewed recently. So it's nice that it is a little bit more planted, a bit firmer on the road. Right, let's test out its performance. Yeah, I mean, it's got some, geez, yeah, it has got some punch. That was 60. It was slow at the start, but I did do that in the normal mode. What I'd done, I'd left it in its normal mode and just planted my right foot just to see how quick it kind of adapts. And it was slow at first, but then it ramped up the power. This is the performance of a hop hatch, like from years ago. That's what's crazy. And it's a 7-seater, or 6-seater, depending on which trim you go for. What I would like to do is get Jaecoo on test, especially something like this, and just live with it for a week. That way I can test it, I can do my usual roads, I can test how annoying its ADAS systems might be, to adaptive cruise, to space in the back. I could test the 3rd seat row as well and the 2nd seat row. I can do all of that, but as I said, I don't have long with this car, so it has to go back in a bit. But let's check out those rear seats very quickly. Now, as I said, guys, I think this one will be the more popular option. Not the colour, but the seating configuration, because this actually has 7 seats. Of course, 2 in the front there, 3 here, and then an extra 2 in the rear. And I'll have to get this on test to fully test it all out and do a full review of the Jaecoo 8. But yes, guys, there we go. That is a quick first look at Jaecoo on my channel. And of course, I guess I had to start with their flagship car. But I'm curious, I would love to get some Jaekoos on test, like their 5 and their 7, because some of those have been very, very popular in the UK, and just actually see what the fuss is about. I still can't believe how fast they have grown as a brand since they were first introduced in the UK last year. It was crazy. Well, late 2024, early 2025. Absolutely crazy. But yes, guys, curious to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, see you then.